How's it going, everybody? Welcome to General Hospital MV, my GH after show, and a big ol' happy 55th anniversary to General Hospital. I am coming at you the day after the anniversary because I was actually really sick on the anniversary. However, I did watch the first episode to celebrate the anniversary. Yes, the very first episode. Personally, I started watching the show way back during the Port Charles Hotel fire. But it wasn't actually until 2005 during the train wreck when I started watching daily. Yep, it was the Guza sweep stunts that pulled me in, man. So there is a lot to talk about given that it is the 55th anniversary and we had a lot happen last week, and there's some news that kind of followed the 55th anniversary that upset me that I want to talk about as well. So I'm just going to talk about the highlights of last week, and there's a lot of those, so let's see how long this takes. First of all, things got pretty freaking ugly with Jason and Sam and Drew. Jason and Drew had a fight on the pier, and then Sam had to bail Drew out, and he wouldn't even look at her. Ooh, that was such a burn. You might even say that Billy Miller was pretty stone cold. And right after that, we got a really good scene between Jason and Sam talking about what happens next for Sam, and Sam is off to find herself. We even got a flashback of when they first met, which was pretty cool too. Something else happened that I think we all saw coming at this point. Dr. Bench made a move on Kiki, and she was disgusted and traumatized over it. Blech! Poor girl, I'm scared to see what happens next. Griffin Monroe indeed confirmed that Cesar Faison's son is Peter August. Judging by today's episode, this being Monday, we see that he's going to confront Peter August on this, but what will happen next, I don't know. I'm actually pretty terrified for Griffin, to be honest. He doesn't really take after his father too much. Something else that I really wanted to talk about with last week's shows that I have kind of been talking about over and over again when it comes to the Mike and Sonny storyline and Andre. The show actually acknowledged Andre's memory mapping thing, and in regards to Mike's Alzheimer's, we know that it will not work on Mike. And that was honestly what I was terrified about, because I don't want to see this story kind of insult, you know, people that are dealing with Alzheimer's or people that have family members with Alzheimer's. To give it a soapy miracle drug would kind of be a slap in the face to everyone really touched by this story. So I'm glad that they're not actually going to go there and have it work for Mike. But man, the scenes that broke my heart with Mike this week was when he did not recognize Sonny as his son. I was like, dude, this is happening so fast. It's a scary thing to think about when it comes to older relatives. My great-grandmother had dementia before she passed away, and it was hard for my whole family to deal with, especially her kid. So, you know, it's been pulling at my heartstrings a little bit. It was years ago that it happened, but you know, it's a very real situation. I'm really glad that the writers are handling this storyline with care. And with that, we bring up the anniversary episode that aired last Friday. It was such a beautiful tribute, like all the flashbacks, and we had Lucy Coe back, and Mac and Kevin and Bobby and Felicia and all the flashbacks, like nostalgia overdrive. I may have only been watching the show live since 2004 and may have not been alive for a lot of the flashbacks that they used, but I have gone back on YouTube several times watching all these storylines play out. I knew the flashbacks that were coming before they flashed back to them, okay? Thank the Lord for YouTube. The one sort of slap in the face with that episode was that there was not a single Laura mention, no Jeannie Francis flashback or nothing. We even got Luke and Alan and Edward and Lila. No Laura. So that already made me mad. And then pretty much right after the episode aired, we find out that Ken Schreiner has been dumped from the show. He isn't even on contract, he's reoccurring, so that means he's literally just booted off. I was kicking the ground there, you didn't see it. I don't know if the show's producers just assume that their younger fan base do not want to see the older cast members. Hi, my name is Dion. I am under 30 years old. Want to know who my favorite characters are? Laura, Anna, Bobby, the Quartermains. It's not that I dislike the younger characters, but I love seeing the people that have so much history on the show, and to watch it kind of get erased is such a slap in the face. I am such a fan of the older cast that I literally binge watched for years and years old episodes of the show, and most of the time I enjoyed it better than the current show. So I don't know what to do, something's gotta give, like this is not right. This show is so much more than the producers' favorites, it's not right. It's funny because we know that the writers are capable of telling good stories with our veteran characters because we've seen it pretty much with Laura and Ned going head to head until they dropped Laura. So if I may be so bold, perhaps someone higher up should be let go. Sorry for being so negative about the 55th anniversary, but it's like, Ken Schreiner and Jeannie Francis to a lot of people that watched back in the day were like the fan favorites. It was all about Scotty and Laura before it was about Luke and Laura. So I just want to speak up when I get the chance to, and I'm lucky enough that I do this show, GH Envy, that people watch, and I feel responsible as a younger viewer who does these kind of after shows right on YouTube to speak my mind about these kind of things. I kind of want to end this video on a positive note though, and say that even though the showrunners left a bad taste in my mouth for the 55th anniversary, I want to know your guys' favorite moments on GH. There's a lot of really good stories and good characters throughout the 55-year history. I have to say, for me personally, my favorite storyline of all time has to be the Aztec treasure storyline, which had ushered in Felicia, and we had Frisco, we had Luke and Laura return for the story too, we had Robert and Holly, basically all the super couples all together in one epic adventure storyline. And on that note, if you liked the video, give it a big ol' thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my channel if you want to. I usually do these videos every Sunday, except when I'm sick. I will catch you guys next time.